Hello all YouTubers, I am the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back in to my presentation for February 4th, 2019. As always, please consider clicking the subscribe button right there. And I just want to say I'm very surprised by front yard view from Winter Storm G and the heavy snow that came down. Over 970 views. I was very surprised by that. Thank you all for viewing that. That was very nice of you. So let's get started. So today we're going to talk about Winter Storm Kai exiting, Winter Storm Lucian, which I'm going to talk about as well. I think that's how you pronounce it, Lucian. Winter Storm Lucian will be following that. And then potentially another storm after Lucian. So we're going to talk about that today. I hope I'm saying that right. I think that's how it's pronounced. So what you see here is the GFS model. This is the North Central United States of Minnesota, the Dakotas, Iowa, Wisconsin. And Winter Storm Kai is right here. And the snow on the northern side, ice in the middle, rain on the southern side. Okay, Winter Storm Kai will continue to leave. Okay, bye-bye Kai. Okay, and what you're going to see coming in behind it, you can see it starts out as a little band of snow out ahead of it. Okay, but it will, I think it's actually Lucian, Winter Storm Lucian, as it comes in. And it will start to develop. Now, this is just the GFS model. I will show you other models as well. You can see a little band of snow, area of snow. It doesn't look too organized yet. And when you see the purple is sleet, and pink is freezing rain. And to the south there is just plain rain. Plain rain. And watch it develops over Iowa, pushes through Chicago, according to the 18Z run. That's the latest model run. It usually comes out around 5:30 in the afternoon. It's usually done coming out. And you can kind of see Chicago's been upgraded in terms of ice. We're going to get more ice now. Chicago, I will show you the ice totals during the video later on. And you can see some rain to the south. And I think for areas like Chicago will flip over to rain. Now these are 6-hour intervals, so this is not a very convenient model to use. But I will show you like more distinct NAM 12km radars as well. So you can see some sleet there in central Michigan, but like Detroit getting some really heavy freezing rain. And on the northern side, that is where we're going to find our ice. So please be very careful, very dangerous stuff. And once that pulls out, okay, that was Lucian. And then here comes the next storm, which could potentially be our next winter storm. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. So, and you're going to watch as they continue to move up to the north. Some snow, some heavier pockets of snow potentially. And then rain, plain old rain on the southern side. Okay, let me move that. Alright, so I'm going to show you now the NAM 12km model. Okay, so I can show you the more detailed what we're going to be seeing potentially. Okay, so sorry there, let me just flip models. Okay, so NAM 12km. Alright, finally, here we go. So I'm going to show you. So there's Winter Storm Kai, and as it leaves, it will produce a lot of ice and some snow on its northern side. Kai will leave. Goodbye, Kai. And then here comes Winter Storm Lucian, right there. Okay, so some snow on the northern side, Twin Cities, northern Wisconsin, UP, Michigan, Upper Peninsula, sleet and freezing rain on the southern side. Here is Lucian, back there in Wyoming. And then watch it press, and this freezing rain could be very heavy, as well as the sleet. Okay, that's why the ice totals could get near an inch in some spots. But a lot of spots could get close to 3/4 of an inch. Again, I will show you those ice totals later on in the video. But I just want to say, the ice storms, I remember sleet is when you have the ice pellets falling out of the sky, and freezing rain is when it falls as rain, and then it would freeze as it hits the ground. Okay, so I just want to show you the winter storm names. Okay, so if the storm after Lucian, okay, if that storm after Lucian would be named, that would be Maya. Okay, that's several days out. Okay, and after that, it'll be Nadia, and then Aura and Petra, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into all the names just yet. FE3 GFS model. Okay, this is also their radar. Okay, as you can see, this is as far as I can zoom. So you can see there's a snow to the north, ice in the middle, rain to the south. Chicago is going to be Chicago, Peoria, Illinois is going to be a very tricky forecast for you. Okay, and maybe even some rain. And then about behind that could be potentially Maya. That pushes through. And then it really kind of gets quiet after that before our next little clipper, Alberta clipper, I guess you could call it, moves through. That's We're talking like more than a week out. Okay. Now to some snow totals. We're gonna look at the NAM 12 km total snowfall. Alright, let's see here how much snow. So, again, where the heavier snow band set up, obviously, is where we're going to get the heavier snow. Hour 84, as far as I can get it here. Alright, here we go. So this is what we're talking about. This is probably combining Lucian and Maya. Okay, so let's go just Lucian here. Just Lucian. Okay, so this is just from Lucian. I will show you the combined totals Lucian and Maya winter storms. But you can see just from Winter Storm Lucian itself, maybe a couple areas of 6 to 8 inches of snow potentially, especially near the Twin Cities here, central Wisconsin there, and Chicago's even calling for a few inches. Central Southern Michigan maybe about 6, and up in Canada it's gonna get bullseye. It's gonna get hit the most, potentially with 8, 9, even 10 inches of snow. Now, once you throw in the snowfall from Maya into the mix, and then our storm totals just get wild. We're talking about a foot of combined snow potentially for some spots in southern central Minnesota. Chicago get upwards of 7 inches in Chicago, O'Hare, Midway, and then maybe even 7 inches in the Michigan as well. But again, these are combined totals. Maybe even 13 inches up there in Canada. Okay, that is according to the NAM model. The GFS model, however, GFS are kind of considered to be a very vague model. It's very like scattered. I just don't like looking at it. I like looking at the NAM 12K and the high resolution model. Okay, those are the kind of models that I like to look at. I just think they're better in terms of accuracy and resolution. But if we look at GFS, I will say I actually kind of do agree with. Okay, there's a nice little band of 6 inches right there in southeastern Minnesota. Because Chicago's really not going to get much, maybe 1 to 2 inches, and I actually kind of do like that. Because it's going to be mainly ice for you, and a little bit of snow thrown into the mix. I think that is perfect, but I think they kind of went a little under with the snow totals in terms of right here, Dakotas, Minnesota. They're only saying 1 to 2, or rather 1 to 3, even if you want to call it that. But I think it will be more like a few inches for there. And for FV3 GFS, I'm going to move on to the ice totals as well. Okay, once I finish this up. So FV3 GFS, okay, snowfall totals, drum roll please. We're going to go to 48 hours because this will just include Lucian. And you can kind of say, again, this as far as I can zoom in with this model. Bands of 4 inches, southeastern Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, UP and Michigan also give maybe 4 inches potentially. But really Chicago, it's really only about 2 to 3 for you. Okay, some light snow over northern Pennsylvania. Okay, but like northern Missouri, about 1 inch. Central Michigan about 2 inches. Okay, not much in the way of snowfall there. But again, once you combine the snowfall for Winter Storm Maya, there we go. And then the snow totals get a little bit more hefty. We're talking about 12 inches, 3 inches, 6 inches in the Dakotas. So it really all depends how heavy the snow falls in your area, the distinct radar, the distinct winds, that really all factor in to the severity of the storm. 850 millibars, height winds. These winds are in knots. And like, well, why are you showing me winds in knots? I ain't gonna explain to you because I do have a map that I did flash by accident. Some of you saw it already. That will contribute. This will contribute too. So I will talk about that. So 34 knot winds in western Michigan. That is basically 40 mile an hour winds. Because sometimes it's kind of hard to memorize knots to miles per hour in your head, but it's kind of easy to do the conversion. In areas of northern Michigan, potentially 60, 65 mile an hour winds, but these are not at the surface. Okay, so you're going to have to subtract some wind in order to find your real wind at the surface. Okay, so as you can see, we have 50 knots-ish in northern Michigan. But again, as Lucian moves through, then we will see a little bit more hefty winds in places like Chicago, but it's not going to be much. Maybe 30 mile an hour winds, 20 mile an hour winds, okay? And keep in mind the ice totals, okay? So keep in mind that wind map that I just showed you, so you can, because you will be wanting to remember it, so I'll show you later on the video. So southern Canada, 0.9 inches of ice. That is absolutely absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 0.9 inches. That is like treacherous. It doesn't sound much, but that is absolutely treacherous for southern Canada. Okay? And even areas like down here, northern edge of Ohio, could even see 0.75 inches of ice. That is absolutely just crippling. Chicago. Okay, 12Z model run. This is a GFS model run. They were showing about 0.15, 0.2 inches. Some areas, especially in the northern suburbs of Chicago, got upgraded to about 0.3 inches of ice, which is even more crippling. Okay, 0.3 inches of ice in southeastern Minnesota. Whole state of Iowa, especially central eastern Ohio, Iowa, will be impacted with ice with this system. And even all the eastern coast of Wisconsin will be impacted with at least 0.1 inches of ice. So it's going to be a very messy commute. Do not even go out. I've said this before. Unless someone has to go to the hospital or something super important, please do not go out. Traveling is not advised. Okay, but after that, not much ice after that because it kind of stays the same as you go out, like for example, 10 days from now. So after these next couple winter storms move through, conditions will start to calm down, but not completely. So this is the crippling ice storm index scale, ice storm index, you want to call it that. So that's why I said keep the wind map and the ice map memorized in your head so you can read this map. Okay, I will go back for your convenience. I will go back so you see Chicago, maybe 20-mile-an-hour winds. Same for southern Michigan. And remember, also keep that ice map factored in mind. So Chicago area, you're going to be on the number 2, the orange area. Okay, number 2. You were in its first range, but now you kind of been moved up to parts of the area, moved up to this range right here. Okay, I think this fits you perfectly now. You were just at the top third, now you're at the middle, which means you got upgraded. But you're still in the same range. Okay, so scattered utility interruptions will be expected, typically lasting a half a day to potentially a full day. Road and travel conditions will be extremely hazardous due to ice accumulation. Okay, now you notice, as the winds go up, okay, so if we have, let's say, same amount of ice, 0.25 to 0.5 inches, okay, as we do here, but a little bit more wind. Tackle on about 10 mile or more winds. Okay, power outages could last 1 to 5 days. Okay, tree limb damage will be excessive. Okay, numerous utility interruptions. I do not think we will have to climb up into this range, but on some spots it is possible. Okay, number 3 and up. Okay, kind of think of it like the hurricane scale. Number 3, like category 3, 4, 5 is, you know how that means like major hurricane. This is kind of the same way. 1 and 2 can still be dangerous, but not as bad. And this is like the 0. You can kind of think of this as like the tropical storm, but this isn't a hurricane scale. This is the ice storm index scale. And if we ever get down to 4 or 5, which is not even funny to laugh at. Okay, that's just not even funny. 5 to 10 days. Like a lot of areas, if you're on number 4, you're gonna power outages probably last at least a week, and probably lasting at least a couple weeks on number 5 on that level. Okay, so to finish off my presentation for today, I'm going to bring you to the weather.gov National Weather Service map, and I'm going to take you to the Chicago O'Hare Midway area, and I'm going to show you the weather story so you can see what conditions, how it will be affecting your area, and how bad. So if we hop over to weather story, just gotta give it a minute to load there. Okay, there we go. So this is the forecast, latest forecast. So tonight, we're gonna see Tuesday night, not tonight. Sorry, today's Monday. So Tuesday night, icy, 23 to 33 degrees. If you happen to be one of those areas that is 33, it will probably be rain. Okay, 23 could be snow. Okay, because temperatures, it's a range, because it's not just for one city, it's for a region. That's why there's a range of temperatures. So Wednesday, again, like I said, it'll probably flip over to rain. Areas that are 34 degrees, if that is you will probably be ice for most of the day, but areas that hit 45 will certainly be in that area of rain. Wednesday night, it will flip back to a wintry mix to the north, but keep remaining rain to the south. Okay, and again, northern areas 30 degrees, southern areas 40 degrees. As we head into Thursday, it will flip back over to rain. Okay, and everybody, north or south in this region, which I will show you, 39 to 52, northern region, south of the region, you're still going to be rain no matter where you are in this region. And Thursday night, everywhere will flip back to snow for a chance of snow before the storm pulls out. Okay, So, like I said, Thursday, keep that in mind, 39 to 52. Okay, so this is like the northern region, like Chicago, Gary, Indiana, Kenosha, Clinton, Freeport. That's your northern area. And Peoria, Pontiac, Bloomington, that is considered your southern area of this region. So thank you all for tuning in to my presentation for today, February 4th, 2019. Okay, a quick look at the freezing rain potential. It will be elevated to significant much of the area. Southern part of the region, Paxton, Fowler, not going to be seeing much in the way of ice at all. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I am The Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time.